Welcome, queens and goddesses, to another episode of Get It Girl. On today's Girl Talk, we are going to be joined by Rebeca Cuatro to talk to you about the revolutionary O-shots.
And on the couch today, we have entrepreneur Sarah Saffari and fellow host and actress Diana Hernandez.
All of that and more on
Get It Girl.
She is a Latina family nurse practitioner, and she is one of the pioneers of practicing the orgasm shot, also known as the O-shot. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really curious to know more about it. Please welcome Rebeca Cuatro.
Welcome. Thank you for being here,
Thank
Rebeca.
you for having me, and I'm very honored. So yeah, the O-shot. It's a topic most women actually feel embarrassed to talk about. They don't like to talk about, you know, so this is like going to your doctor, you're getting a blood draw, and the doctor will, you know, send it to the lab. In this case, we're taking blood, but we're using that blood to reintroduce it into the clitoris, the vagina, the labia, the lower part of the bladder to help with urinary incontinence. It helps with pain with intercourse. It helps with, overall vaginal rejuvenation. It even helps with orgasms. And, you know, I know most women say, hey, I have a good orgasm and all, but hey, who doesn't want to have a better orgasm, right?
I know,
Raise your
I know.
hand.
And it's actually what I did when I tore my MCL. She actually injected it into my knee, which helped my knee recover double the speed, as well as on my face. She's put that blood back on my face, and I will say it has rejuvenated my face. Wow. This is the first time I actually heard about it was when I went to get my facials. I was like, you can put the blood back in your clitoris? Like,
now, is it painful?
So we use numbing cream. It's numbing cream. It's 3 types of lidocaine, benzocaine, and tetracaine, and we leave it on for about 15 to 20 minutes. And then I also use ice therapy to kind of help numb that area. So it shouldn't be painful. I mean, and most women who've had children know how bad that can get. Yeah. So, and then interestingly enough, I was telling Gia earlier, I went shopping the other day and I found this little cute pouch.
What is it?
So the lady at the desk was like, hey, you know, because I asked her, I took this out and I was like, oh, what is this for? And she said, well, you know, when you get to that age, when you leak, you know, you have to carry one of these extra and you put them in your purse, and it's a little pouch so it's not all over your purse. And I was like laughing internally because I was like, ever since I had the O-shot, I was like, I don't need to carry any extra stuff around.
And you have 4 kids.
I have 4 kids. Yes.
Yeah, and she works out. She runs like marathons. She just did the full marathon. I mean, this woman runs and is very active. So even if we don't want to
think about it, eventually it will happen.
Yes. So you can do this preventatively, or you can do it once a year. Studies have shown that it's actually worked up to 3 years. So
you don't have to do it that often.
You don't. But it also, you know, once we come in, you do the consultation, we have to also look at other underlying causes.
Oh,
and is it just really for women that have had children, or somebody like me that hasn't had children?
Even studies have also shown that even younger women who's never had children have this problem as well. You know, because it could be different factors. It could be a little yeast overgrowth or anything else that's causing the problem that's causing the leaking.
Well, like she said, you know, to have a better people or women who don't have kids can benefit from it, right? Yeah. And you see the benefits right away, or like if I go get it tonight, you know?
Jackie's curious.
So testimonials, I've seen women tell me that, you know, they felt better within like 30 days. Some people, I don't know if it's placebo or they felt better within that week. So everybody has different experiences, and it also depends on lifestyle. So if you know, you're eating chips and cookies, you know, your body's not going to heal as if you're eating healthy like Gia, you know, you're doing your shakes and you're working out, and you know, lifestyle has a major
because that also affects the blood that you're putting back into you,
so
right?
Yes, you want to have good results, you got to have a good lifestyle.
Oh, very interesting. Okay.
And when did you first start doing these O-shots?
I've been doing this for going on 3 years.
3 years now.
But I've been working with PRP for 4 years now.
4 years.
Yeah, and I love it. It's amazing. It helps heal the body. You're putting something that's already into yourself to heal, whether it's your shoulder, whether it's your knee, ankle, whatever area we need to introduce.
And
plasma.
you're helping women right now in the Highland Park area, right? This is where you have one of the locations.
Yes. So yes, we are located in Highland Park at Rejuvenate Wellness and Health Center.
Awesome, and I love that you're doing it in the Latino community and as a Latina practitioner, because I mean, I feel like that needs to be more of something that people need to like aspire to do to help the communities. We need healthy stuff too, right?
Well, thank you, Rebecca, for joining us. We have learned a lot, but we are running out of time. You guys don't go anywhere because we'll be right back with more Get It Girl.
She is a fitness entrepreneur, business coach, and health scientist that has helped more than 5,000 professional men and women get their life and health back. Please welcome Sarah Saffari.
Welcome, Sarah.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to pick your brain right now. You started with a small following. What has been the blueprint for the success?
Yeah, it's so weird because, you know, when we get on calls with people and we talk to them about, you know, starting their fitness business, a lot of them are like, oh, I need to build my fitness following, I need to get on Instagram, I need to build my YouTube. And the truth of the matter is I had literally no email list. I had 300 followers on Instagram that were my family and my friends. And so for me, it was going out there and investing in a coach who taught me how to do the things that I had no idea how to do. And once I did that, they gave me the blueprint to be able to go, okay, here's what you have to do, now do this next, because I grew up in a family where business, like, it wasn't even a thing, right? I didn't know anything about it. It was, you know, you work hard, you go to school, you become a doctor, you become a lawyer. And so for me, I knew that's not what I wanted to do after, you know, a few faults and dropping out of school and all that kind of stuff. And so I had to find it outside of me, outside of my close family and friends and stuff like that. And so once I hired that coach, that was kind of like the door that opened all these different possibilities for me. And then from there, I kind of took off.
That's amazing. And now you're doing it in Colombia, living in Colombia full time, which that gives, it's amazing that doing something online makes you able to be mobile and you're not, you know, stuck to one place, right? Are you now implementing it in Colombia now with people out there, or are you just working with people abroad still?
I'm working with people essentially mostly in the US and Canada, but it does give me the freedom to be able to be wherever I want, whenever I want. And the funny thing is, I actually learned how to do this while I was in Panama, and I met a couple there, and they were on their laptops, they were working really hard, and I say, hey, what are you doing? And they're like, oh, well, you know, we teach Spanish, and we do all these online businesses, and we're about to go on an excursion. And
how amazing that I want that life.
Oh, seriously.
So I was like, that was the first time I was like, wow, like that to me was like ultimate freedom. Being able to do what you want, where you want, with who you want, as many times as you want. And so for me, I remember I went home, I was like searching on the internet, how do I be an online coach? How do you make money online? How to get that freedom, all that kind of stuff. And so that was kind of the beginning of me kind of getting the blueprint to be able to learn how to travel and do that kind of stuff as well. And so
in 2019 you co-founded a consultancy whose mission is to help fitness entrepreneurs to grow and scale. So tell us about
So I was doing the fitness thing for a very long time. We're still doing it, but it got to a point where when we were in these big masterminds, so we would get into big masterminds where other fitness entrepreneurs were as well, a lot of people started asking me questions. Hey, how are you doing this? How are you able to, you know, get these clients? And we did high ticket clients. And so it got to a point where I was giving a lot of business advice to my peers. And so that was kind of where I met my business partner as well, where we kind of linked together and we built our company, which is CEO Now, where we help online coaches grow and scale their fitness businesses to 6 figures and then multiple 6 figures. Yeah.
So you started right here and then you just jump to the next level. I like that.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing in this industry is that, like, a lot of the time people will jump from one thing to another without having really hounding down the skill first, right? And so I felt like for me it was important to train the clients first, teach them, you know, how to be able to get results online, and then teach other people how to do what I had already done. And so I think that was the big thing that made the difference was, hey, teach me how to do what you're already doing versus teach me how to do something, but hey, I haven't done that yet.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yeah, no, it's because you already had a fitness background. You also started as a personal trainer like me, which is so cool, right?
Yes.
And do you miss still the personal training? Because I mean, I missed it. So when I went online for 2 years, I went back to doing 1 to 2 private clients because I just love the connection. You see the transformations, you see their faces light up. Do you miss that, or do you still do it at all?
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. And I do and I don't, right? I do because there is a different level of intimacy to it. But I say I don't because now I have the freedom to go where I want, whenever I want.
And I want to go live in Spain. So
yes, it's in your heart.
But I love my girls. I know maybe when the time is right, I know that for sure it'll probably happen. But right now, I mean, I'm training in Manhattan Beach, which it's very great. People really want to invest in their health there. It's definitely easier to keep doing it. And that connection, like you said, right?
Yes.
Yeah, when you're doing what you love, like in her case, life will put you in the right path. Okay, guys, we got to take a quick break, but we will be right back with Sarah Saffari. And we are right back on Get It Girl with Sarah Saffari.
Yes, she's teaching us so much about the online world, and just, you know, like Jackie, both of us have also been asked a lot of how we started our YouTube channels, how we've been able to make a living off of our YouTube channel. How is it that, you know, how can we start an online consulting?
Yes.
Besides
I
hiring
thought about
her,
it because, like you say, you started to just give all your knowledge to, you know, people who were asking you about your business, and, you know, I'm sure you receive a lot of questions every day.
All the time.
How can we kind of like do what you're doing?
Yes, right? YouTube ladies. Okay, so that's a really good question. So a good way to start off is to take on some beta clients. So you would say something very easy, like I'm looking for 5 women who are looking to build their YouTube channel or who are looking to build their online fitness business within the next 90 days. I'm be very honest, I'm taking on some beta clients. I've never done this before, so it's gonna be at a lower price. I wanna get you guys a lot of results, and in turn, I'm gonna ask for a testimonial for the lower price point. And so that serves them because number one, it's a lower price, so they're gonna be able to get all of your knowledge at a lower price point, but at the same time, it serves you, one, because you're gonna get some income, you're gonna build the confidence, and at the same time, you're gonna be able to get testimonials, and now you're gonna be able to throw that into the world on your YouTube channel, and there is going to be like an amplification effect. Exactly.
You know what? We need to talk.
I need to hire. And are there like simple softwares that, you know, somebody listening to this too, like what are the softwares that you use for online classes? Are you using Facebook? Because I know some people have done like private Facebook groups where they're charging a fee and they have weekly modules with like a weekly live. What softwares do you use?
Phone calls or Skype.
Right, yeah. So like what are the deliverables? What does it look like? So essentially it does depend on the program, but it includes actually everything that you guys just said. So if it's with personal training, it's anywhere from the Facebook group. So Facebook is important because it provides community. It provides culture. It gives them essentially a place where they can be like, wow, I belong in this group. And as humans, that's just what we crave. Yeah. So that's huge. Another thing is they get group calls. So that helps them as well. Then what
software would they use for group call? Like Zoom? Zoom.
Yep. Something as simple as Zoom, really easy to log in. You get a link, you log yourself in, and then they would do like group calls. Maybe one day can be nutrition, one day can be fitness, one day can be supplements, one day can be mindset. And so that's another way to build that community. And then in terms of their workouts, like some people will be like, well, how do I train somebody online? Yeah. Especially if you're going from in person to online, it's hard to wrap your head around it. Yeah. So really simple softwares out there like Trainer Eyes or something like that, where you give them the workouts and they do the workout. They can ask you their questions on the one-on-one call.
Trainer Eyes. Ooh, that's a catchy name too.
And then you can make your own website too. So like you can put it under your own name.
I did a website, Body by Gia, and it's been such a headache though. Like to collect the subscriptions every month. There's just so many things. It's just, I feel like it's easier to go get a platform that's already kind of licensed with something already, right?
Yes, and you can essentially make it your own app. So you can still put it.
That's the big thing. And apps
I think there's just so many things to do consultancy, and I think the important part of it is like you're organizing every information that you're gonna deliver to your clients, because every client maybe wants different information, so you have to have all that information already ready and prepared to deliver.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of work.
Yes.
It is. But I will say this one thing, and this is the thing that makes it really hard for people to kind of wrap their head around, but I think it's that beyond anything and beyond any like training program or group Facebook or one-on-one calls, what people want more than anything is connection. People want to feel connected to you. They want to feel connected to their coach. They want to feel understood. They want to be able to have that relationship. And if you can provide a platform and an atmosphere where people can feel deeply connected to you or your coach or your team, they will stay, they will re-sign, and they will get results time in and time out.
Yeah, we have learned a lot today,
I know.
Sarah.
I know we have.
We're like over here just like,
I know.
paying attention. Can I take some notes?
I know, because just like you, so many people ask me questions on how did you start the YouTube channel. I've been interviewed on so many television shows, just like how did you start
But you just say the basics.
You say the basics.
Go deeply because
you don't go
just,
into the details of how you really monetize, because there's there's multiple ways to monetize on YouTube, not just the brand deals. There's AdSense, and now there's Instagram, campaigns also. Yeah. There's so many different things, and I'm sure eventually IGTV will have the ads, ads like YouTube did, right?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, Facebook, has it now too. So and we're kind of like learning. Jesus Christ.
I know. There is so much, you guys. Hopefully this was really helpful for you guys and you learned something today. Thank you, Sarah, so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
But now we have to take a really quick break. We'll be right back.
Ya estamos de vuelta con la increíble actriz y TV host Diana Hernández. Diana, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, muy bien, Jackie. Gracias por invitarme.
Un placer tenerte aquí.
So, how long have you been an actress?
Well, I've been acting since I was 18 years old. That's when I moved to New York, and I started in Lee Strasberg Institute, and I went there for 3 years, and it's been my passion ever since. And recently, when I moved to LA 5 years ago, that's when I started working as a TV host. I have never done it before. I didn't go to school for it. I just learned it like by practicing, and I actually love it. It's really, really good to be able to ask questions to all these actors and actresses that I'm like in love with,
So what made you move to LA? What was that you were looking for in?
To be honest, the industry's here. Miami is amazing. My family's there. And when I graduated from the university, I feel like there are not as much opportunities over there than down here.
Really?
Over here is everything. Even though the networks are there, like
Telemundo,
yes, but still it's like here is like better for acting, and I wanted to be able to act, and then they offered this opportunity to be a TV host and to cover like red carpets and premieres, and I'm like, I'm freaking out. I don't know if I can do that, but let's just give it a try. And that's why I moved here, because more opportunities.
That's so good to know, because I've been in Los Angeles and I feel like my career has really, really been able to grow because there's so many opportunities. But I kind of have thought about moving to Miami. I've always just kind of like,
the humidity is just.
And actually, that's what I love about Miami.
You do?
The
that's
weather.
good for your skin, girl.
Well, yeah, but the hair, girl.
I know, that's true. Nuestras greñas se nos ponen locas.
No, I love it because actually my hair is so flat over there. I get like volume. Yes, right? I love it. So I need these things forever.
What are you working on right now?
Right now, I am working as a TV host. I do different type of commercials for both the Latino and the American market. And I am working on my craft as an actor. I recently got a really nice job, very small part on a Disney TV show.
Oh, that's amazing. Congratulations.
Which one is it?
I can't say it right now. Because, yes.
We want to know. Right?
No, it's for Disney, but I can't say anything about it. But it's coming up soon because it's a pilot, so it's not out there.
That's exciting. And what do you like better, though, acting or TV hosting?
Honestly, I love them both. They are very different. And, TV hosting for me is very spontaneous, very easy. It's very me all the time. I can joke and make fun. Acting, it takes a little bit more of like studying and time for me to get there.
Okay.
Did I answer your
I was
question?
saying acting is really hard. I've tried it, but I failed all the time.
No, don't say that.
That's how you start, though. That's how you
I
start
think
to
you have to
failure.
go to, well, either you have it in you, like you can do this, you're a great actress, or you have to go to school or, practice a lot. It's just hard to put yourself in, a character.
But the highest paying actor is The Rock, and he never went to acting classes.
And
Okay,
I love
but-
him.
I know, we
He's
love The
amazing.
Rock. Yeah.
But it's like she
technique-wise,
said.
okay, that's what I'm talking about,
Yeah, and he has a very distinguished character.
Just to do the Joker, come on.
I know.
Oh, no.
I mean,
Oh,
you know
my
what
God.
I mean? It's just,
Method acting is like a whole nother thing.
No, method acting is really, really hard.
Yeah, and acting is fun. I did acting in college. I did like musicals, and I did it to kind of overcome my public speaking fear, because I had a huge fear to speak in front of public,
I
which
don't
is crazy
believe
that
you.
now I know. I do like motivational speaking now in front of 1,000 people. Has been my biggest group, which has been like crazy, but it did help doing acting though.
It does,
And like it's crazy because I went from acting in college for fun, and then I got onto YouTube, and you kind of become an online personality, and now doing TV hosting. I kind of eventually want to go back to acting though. It's just fun.
Try it.
It's
Acting is so
fun.
much fun. It just opens you up. You just get to know more about yourself.
Yes.
It's kind of like therapy,
Yes.
That's the way I see it. But method acting is one of the hardest things, and that's what I did in New York. Lee Strasberg is strictly 100% method acting, and that's hard.
Yeah. What was the hardest character you had to play? Like that you were like.
Minerva Mirabal. She is, or she was. I forgot, like a firefighter.
Okay.
Kind of like, I totally went blank, but it was like a firefighter, and I have to personalize somebody that is very strong character, and I'm very soft and sweet in my daily life, So it was hard for me to become that strong, hardcore person.
I know, that could be so hard, but like you said, it's good to get out of our comfort zone.
Yes.
And sadly, you guys, this was it for today, but thank you, Diana, so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
coming.
You guys are great. Thank you.
And remember to follow us on Get a Girl TV and LA TV Network. Bye.
Yes.